Every day, new details are coming up. From that documentary that was aired on Netflix, many people have raised their eyebrows. Many people know there is a foul play somewhere, but they are not getting their answers. Of course, we can all agree that to some extent, the police officers have twisted this story and made it seem like it's going to die down. But we are very much aware that they cannot get away with this because let me tell you something. No matter how long the truth takes to come out, one day it's gonna come out. Like for Senzo's case, it's almost been like 10 years now since 2014. We haven't had answers after all that has happened. We are hearing cases here and there, but there are some things that won't make sense to us if we don't listen to it. So this is what happened at Kelly's house when they returned from the hospital after Senzo had passed away. Well, before going into that, if you're new to my channel, if you're passing by for the first time here, you're most definitely welcome to the family Afro Vibes. Please take some minute of your time to subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment on the comment section. Thank you for your love and support. Despite the fact that Senzo Mayiwa, the former South African soccer captain, passed on in 2014, has been found guilty of a crime, conspiracy theories have always surrounded his passing. This is even true even if someone is found guilty. He was a well-known figure who was loved by many people. His life was taken away in the mother's home of the girlfriend, that is Kelly Kumalo, who was one of the biggest singers of her time. The eve of the court appearance of those who were alleged to have been the people who took Senzo's life, is his passing is being talked about as if it was just yesterday. This is because the son of another icon, Langwe Twala, is also in the mix. The real reason Senzo hasn't been able to rest in peace is because the National Prosecuting Authority and South African Police Service are toxic and incompetent to do this and handle this situation. Recently, a documentary about Mayiwa's passing has been released. It came out to light. It adds out a lot of fuel to the conspiracy theories, but it also shows how many chances there have been to make real progress in the 8 years since he passed away. It is so bad for the SAPS that some of the first people to show up at the scene were the top police officers like Shadrach Sibaya, who was the head of Hawks at that time, even though he says the case was never officially sent to his elite investigative unit, he was still there to investigate. This is because he isn't sure what his role should be. When we got to the house from the hospital, there were so many people there, we had to secure the scenes. When the police arrived at the crime scene, they needed to make sure it was safe and right away. This way, important evidence can be lost. Do you know which cop came first? Have they been asked why they didn't protect the scene? No, they didn't. They have to pay a fine for this. Was there a picture of the scene? It has been said that the scene was cleaned up before the police arrived. Can you imagine that? How did cops like Sibaya, who appears in the documentary, answer these questions? These are things that need to be answered. This should bother every South African about what happened to Senzo Mayiwa and even the family who is even encompassed and going through this difficult time. That's not all. The Mayiwa's family made an unusual move when they asked minority rights group AfriForum to help. NPA didn't start working until then. An embarrassment for government agency as well as social media pressure seems to have made the NPA finally do something about Mayiwa's case in the last few weeks. It is in the best interest of the Mayiwa's family and the country that a court case brings something that helps them and the country come to terms with their loss. There cannot be an end to a conspiracy theory until the person who took the gun is caught, the mastermind, admits it. In this case, there are too many high-profile people involved and the sensation is going to die down. But believe me, the truth is going to come out because Senzo, where he is, he's not resting. Thanks for watching this video. I know I've spoken a lot and somehow complicated, but gradually I'm going to break it out for you guys to know what is truly happening.